Who's the best boxer, in your opinion, right now?
European.
No, world. Best fighter.
World.
The world, yeah.
I think it's...
Brother, stop. I'm too happy. Yeah.
The debate had been boiling for months, and fans everywhere were waiting for Oleksandr Usyk to finally explode. After becoming the undisputed heavyweight king, many believed ranking him below Terence Crawford was a slap in the face to his legacy. But when the moment came, Usyk didn't fire back. He didn't ran. Instead, he stunned the world with a response nobody expected.
Who's the best boxer, in your opinion, right now?
European.
No, world. Best fighter.
World.
In the world, yeah.
I think it's Terence Crawford.
Many believe it's you. Many believe you're the best fighter.
No, I'm not
No?
best fighter of the world. It's Terence Crawford.
Terence Crawford, number one, yeah?
Yeah.
He's an animal, man.
Yeah.
I mean, he's so fucking good. He's so good. I mean, think about what that guy has done. He beat AJ twice. He beat Tyson Fury twice. And now he beat Dubois twice. That's crazy.
No, it's incredible.
Those are two of the best, of this era. I think he's one of the best of all time. I really do. I think he's one of the best heavyweights of all time. And his movement is so different. One of the things that was interesting, where they were talking about the fight, and AJ Tony Bellows was talking about when he fought him, and AJ was saying that when he fought him, it was the most exhausted he's ever been because he's always moving. There's no rest with him.
No rest.
There's
no
like constant, there's constant twitching.
Under fire the whole time.
You're constantly thinking, when is this coming? There's no silent agreements. There's no relaxation. There's no, there's no rounds off.
Yeah.
Everything is, he's putting it on you and moving constantly. Like I always say, he's like a giant Lomachenko.
Got it.
They were both trained by the same guy.
Oh, were they?
Yeah, Lomachenko's father trained Usyk as well.
Ah.
Yeah.
Not only did Usyk accept the ranking, he admitted something that left the boxing world speechless. When the Ring magazine revealed its updated pound-for-pound list, Usyk's name had slipped from the throne. The Giant Slayer, the man who conquered the heavyweight division, was suddenly number 2. Any other fighter would have unleashed a storm of excuses and accusations. But Usyk, he didn't fight the decision. He celebrated it. This shift.
Usyk 2 times win. Yeah, I remember.
So, will you admit that you are a great fighter now? An all-time great?
Definitely.
Yes.
Pound for pound, number one?
Who?
You?
Nah, he says
I
Crawford.
don't know.
He says Crawford all the time.
It's Terence Crawford, pound for pound, number 1.
In power came just days after a moment that cracked the sport in half. Terence Bud Crawford did the impossible. He jumped to weight classes, ignored all logic, and decided to challenge the face of boxing himself, Saul Canelo Alvarez. Experts said he was too small. They said physics would finally humble him. They said this time, he'd bitten off more than he could chew. They were dead wrong.
Crawford could beat Canelo Alvarez.
I think he's too small. But then again, I thought he was too small for Spence. So, shows what I know.
Crawford didn't just survive, he dominated. He became the first male boxer in the 4-belt era to become undisputed in 3 weight divisions. The performance was so surgical, so undeniable, the ranking boards had no choice. Crawford had to be number 1. Reporters rushed to Usyk, desperate for drama. But before they could even finish the question, Usyk stared calmly into the camera and said, "He's king. For me, pound for pound number 1 is Terence Crawford. I like this man. He is a great fighter, a terribly tough boxer."
They believe you're the best fighter.
No, I'm not the best fighter of the world. It's Terence Crawford.
Usyk went even further, calling Crawford a crazy man, the highest compliment he could give. He praised Bud's switching stances, his ring IQ, and his ability to dismantle opponents with pure skill.
Do you care about being ranked in the pound for pound? Is that also a target, a dream?
For me, no. For me, doesn't matter. For me, pound for pound, number 1 is Terence Crawford. I like this man. It's a great fighter. It's a terrible, tough boxer. For me, I'm maybe number 17.
You're talking about greatness. Yeah, Muhammad Ali will go down and he'll always be the greatest. And let's talk about who's the best. And Oleksandr Usyk, his name is right up there, right? You don't become a 3-time undisputed world champion, do what he's done, jump through the weight divisions, beat everyone of that era. And that performance that he put in tonight was the best Oleksandr Usyk I've actually seen. I think that you got to put him up there, man. That was phenomenal. People talking about age, you know, was he showing signs of wear and tear after the 2 Fury fights? Well, he answered all those questions. He looked young, he looked fresh, and he made a potentially difficult fight easy.
Can I bring Dave in here?
Yeah,
obviously you're the heavyweight. Would he have beaten Muhammad Ali? Would he have beaten Evander Holyfield? Would he have beaten Lennox Lewis? Would he have beaten George Foreman?
It's very difficult to say, and I think very unfair. You know, obviously with time we've had, you know, there's been improvements in strength and conditioning, nutrition, all the rest of it. And on different generations, you cannot compare, you know, and he will go down as one of the best of all time.
But does his skill set, I know all those things apart, does he belong in the conversation with those people?
Oh, of course. He belongs in the conversation with Sugar Ray Leonard, Ray Robinson. I put him in that bracket, I really do. Because it's 2025 and he's still active, it's difficult to do that. When you tend to appreciate things more when they're gone. So in 20 years' time, I think people will go, Usyk was as good as Robinson, as good as Leonard, but right now it's a bit of a controversial thing to say, but I think he's in that conversation.
This mutual respect isn't random. It comes from a shared mission, destroying the myth that a good big man always beats a good little man. Both Usyk and Crawford have built their legacies by proving that size doesn't win fights, skill does.
It's my friend, but it's crazy man. Listen, I say Terence win. Yes.
What? Terence win over Canelo?
Yes, Terence win. But listen, Terence is different man. Terence work in две стойка.
Two sides.
Two sides.
Right.
And
right. Switch hitter. Yes.
Yes.
Hitter.
Yes. Right and left. But it's very smart man. It's very, very, very smart. But feel distance and play.
After crushing Canelo, Crawford tore into critics, reminding fans he came from nothing. A kid from Omaha who people said had no charisma, no fan base, and no chance against giants.
You know people gonna start talking about pound for pound,
well, right now,
greatest ever, all
pound
this
for
stuff.
pound right now.
Right now.
We got, for me, you got Usyk, you got Inoue, and you got Crawford. I got Crawford. Usyk, I think he earned it by what he's done in the heavyweight division. You had Crawford number 2, you had Inoue. Now I got Crawford probably number 1. I mean, it's hard not to, but look, it's hard to, to push aside Usyk too, with everything he's done, unifying the heavyweight title twice for the first time in 25 years, beating bigger guys on their home turf. You got to give Usyk something special too. But Crawford, he's very special. Easy. 1, 2, and 3, they're right there. I know Inoue fights in the morning over in Japan, but I mean, either way, the 3 of them are merged together. You want to force me, put a gun to my head right now off of this? Yeah, Crawford. Hard to not say number 1 for Crawford. And I add one thing, from a trainer's point of view, putting my trainer's hat on, what you were talking about, you touched on it earlier. It should have been pretty obvious to Canelo's people that Crawford was going to use that reach advantage, the length advantage, and the jab. So what that means is, if I'm the trainer, the first thing I'm thinking is, what do I not want to happen? And I'll tell you what it is. I don't want to get dominated by the jab. I don't want him to control the outside with the jab. So what is the best way to nullify another guy who's got a better, longer... I get it. But what's the best way, if not to nullify it, to calm it down a little bit? Use your own jab.
His victory speech wasn't just emotional, it was a direct attack on the copy and paste narratives that followed him for years. Usyk understands that struggle on a personal level. He's too humble to call himself the greatest, so he calls Crawford the GOAT instead. Usyk was never a natural heavyweight.
This little poor kid from Omaha, Nebraska, set his sights out to be a world champion. I had to travel all across the world to go become world champion. In one night, all his dreams came true. A fighter that they say can't sell or they lose money on, and they say don't have enough personality. It was a sense of me proving everybody wrong that think that I couldn't win. The bigger man always beat the smaller man. I said, everybody just listening to everybody. They just copy and pasting. And they just running with this narrative that great big man always beat the great little man. We look at all these great fighters that moved up in weight, and it was smaller guys that went into bigger divisions and beat the bigger guy. I think that people just hear things and they just run with it and they don't do their research.
Many believe you're the best fighter.
Oh, no, I'm not the best fighter of the world. It's Terence Crawford.
Oleksandr Usyk is too humble. He called Terence Crawford the greatest.
He calls it total isolation, a sacrifice he believes is necessary to reclaim the aura he lost when Usyk handed him the first defeat of his career. And that's all for today's video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss the next update. Drop your thoughts in the comments and we'll see you in the next one.